from your news leader.
It's Monday morning and the search for a fugitive ends after a lengthy weekend search. Plus, a man allegedly involved in January robberies is expected to enter a plea in Erie County Court. That update is new today. And it was a huge party at the Erie Zoo to make sure the zoo can give the animals the best care possible.
Live in high definition from your news leader, this is Jet 24 Good Morning Erie.
Good morning, Erie. It's Monday. I'm Elena LaQuatra. Gallapazooza took over Erie this weekend, and it was a big hit, as always.
It's always such a great time. The weather, well, I mean, the heavens opened up before it started, you know, but once, fortunately, the rains ended in time. And despite all the water, I talked to Scott Mitchell yesterday. I happened to run into him at the store there, and he said, yeah, everything worked well for the actual event itself, and that's good to hear because it's such a great time.
Absolutely. We have that coverage for you coming up in just a bit, but first we're turning to some news out of Crawford County. A man was injured following a weekend shooting in Hydetown near Titusville. State police in Corey were called to a residence at about 3 a.m. Saturday to investigate. The injured man has been identified as a 56-year-old Hydetown resident. A 26-year-old man was apprehended at the scene. Police are not releasing any other information at this point. A man who reportedly walked away from a work release program is back in custody today. 26-year-old Caleb Smith of Emporium was taken into custody at the City Mission on French Street shortly after noon Sunday by Erie police. Smith allegedly walked away from the Erie Community Correction Center on West 2nd Street Saturday morning. He had been at the center since 2017 after pleading guilty to a charge of theft by unlawful taking. To some court news now. William Mitchell is scheduled to be sentenced today. Mitchell is charged with raping a 15-year-old girl over a 3-year period. He's charged with sexual assault and rape. Authorities say the assaults began in 1996 and ended in 1999. Also today, John Cooley is set to be sentenced on drug charges. Police arrested Cooley and 2 other suspects following a raid in the 1100 block of East 26th Street earlier this year. Both sentencings are set for 9 a.m. in front of Judge Daniel Brabender. And Anthony Giddens is expected in court today to enter a plea. He's charged with the January 28th robbery at the Domino's on West 12th Street and Peninsula Drive. Giddens was arrested after allegedly trying to rob the Adult Mart on State Street 2 days later. His plea is expected at 8:45 this morning in front of Judge John Garhart. A water main break at 24th and State Streets is causing some trouble for drivers. Crews were working on the water main break since 10:30 Sunday morning. Larry Stevens, the distribution supervisor at the Erie Waterworks, says there's been quite a few leaks similar to this one, and all within the last month.
Mostly just some debris in the road from the leak, but we get it all cleaned up, everything will be good.
Road work will continue through Wednesday. During that time, traffic will be reduced to 1 lane in each direction. Thunderstorms moved through the area Saturday, dumping nearly a ½ inch of rain in just a short amount of time, and the streets that usually flood during these downpours did so once again. This is in the area of East 30th and Florida Avenue after storms rolled through. You may remember this location. It was this past November that 2 men died in a house right at the intersection when the basement walls collapsed after flooding hit the area. More work on Pennsylvania bridges continues today, and this one could affect your commute. The Lexington Road Bridge in Girard Township will be closed this week for maintenance work. The bridge is expected to open on Friday. In the meantime, a detour will be in place. And PennDOT wants to hear from you before work begins on some other projects in the region. The first is the Benson Road Bridge in Waterford Township. The next bridge in question is the Cooper Road Bridge that's located in Harbor Creek Township. The bridge carries Cooper Road across 4 Mile Creek. Next, plans will be released for the work on the bridge in Middle Road and South Washington Street in Northeast Township. And you can check out the work to happen on the Tanner Road Bridge in Venango Township that's located just east of Wattsburg. All of these plans can be found at the township buildings where these bridges are located. Plans will be available for you to check out starting today. The projects are expected to start next summer and expected to last about 3 months each. You can always log on to yourerie.com to find out where and when you can review the projects and share your thoughts with officials. The community blood bank is in desperate need of blood, and Sunday, the numbers got a little bit of a boost thanks to an event honoring two men who lost their lives. Folks from the biker community, family, and friends came out to the 4th annual Heart-to-Heart blood drive in honor of Jake Schwab and Larry Ritson. Schwab lost his life in a workplace accident. Ritson passed away last July from injuries he suffered in a motorcycle accident.
Two great guys who always gave, compassionate people, caring, and this is what it's all about here. So it's great to see everybody coming out, but also doing something, you know, and how Erie pulls together.
The blood drive is sponsored by South Erie Turners. The blood bank is in critical and immediate need of both types A and O blood, positive and negative. Bike runs are becoming popular fundraisers. It gets a lot of people together to donate to a particular cause, and this weekend was no different. Saida Abbas has our report.
The benefit Renee's Ride at the Harley-Davidson shop was focusing on helping a Fairview family who had lost their mother and grandmother in a brutal murder.
The bike community itself is a very tight community. We all try to go ahead and help one another, whether it's an Emily's Ride or Renee's Ride or, you know, a benefit for someone that's lost a loved one. We have no issues going ahead and all coming together and supporting.
The funds collected will go to the family and the Crime Victim Center of Erie. The 11th annual Memorial Ride for Michael Crotty was being held at the Lawrence Park Fire Department.
At the Crotty Memorial Bike Run, they're expecting about 200 bikers and 60 cars.
10 years ago, Michael Crotty passed away out on the fire ground in Harbor Creek.
I think it's gaining popularity with the motorcycle, the increase in popularity of motorcycles. You know, when we first started this back in 2008, there were maybe 1 or 2 runs per year. Now there's probably 3 or 4 different motorcycle runs a weekend.
Despite the rain, both fundraisers were still able to pull through. Saida Abbas, Jet 24 Action News.
Hundreds of people took to the chilly waters, but it was all to help out local organizations. More than 200 athletes turned out for the 10th annual Woodcock Dam Triathlon. The USA Triathlon sanctioned event is a fundraiser for the Meadville Family YMCA. Participants have to swim for almost a mile, bike for almost 25 miles, and then run for 6 miles.
Out here for our 10th annual Woodcock Dam Triathlon. We just finished up our swim and went off without a hitch.
Proceeds benefit the YMCA and several other nonprofits who assist with the event. The Erie Zoo closed a bit early this weekend, but it was to get ready for its biggest fundraiser of the year. Nearly 1,500 people checked out the 13th annual Gallapazooza this weekend. Live music, a half a dozen bars, and several grazing stations were set up on the zoo grounds for folks to enjoy.
We have people that have been here since the very beginning, and same with sponsors. We have sponsors that have been sponsoring since day one, and they just love coming and supporting the zoo, and it is our biggest fundraiser of the year.
Republican candidate Scott Wagner stopped by the Gallapazooza with Senator Dan Laughlin to shake hands and enjoy the festivities. And dozens of teens are getting firsthand experience in the EMS profession. The week-long Camp EMS kicked off in Meadville today. Nearly 50 teens from several counties will spend 6 days on the Allegheny College campus. They're learning the ins and outs of the EMS profession through hands-on activities. Things like patient assessments, treatment of trauma and medical injuries, also a heart and lung dissection will all be a part of the training.
This is just one of the ways that Emergent Care is trying to get the profession out there and show youth that it is an option. And the nice thing is it doesn't require a 4-year college degree.
The teens participating in this week's camp range from age 14 to 17. Meantime, Camp Cadets 44th class graduated on Friday night during ceremonies at Allegheny College. Last week, 88 kids ages 12 to 15 took part in Camp Cadet. The camp includes a mix of classroom and physical training beginning at 5:30 in the morning. It's modeled after nearly identical training at the State Police Academy. And 2 outstanding cadets were named, Julia Weindorf and Xavier Spalding. They're seen here with Trooper Michelle McGee. The time now is 6:09. Up next, we meet the cutest pet of the week, and we're getting motivated for another week of fitness.
Hey guys, it's Monday morning. Coming up next, we're going to be talking about your workouts and how you can build more intensity to get better results when we get back.
From your news leader, you're watching Tracy Tuggle, meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, and Craig Smiley with sports. This is Jet 24 Good Morning Erie. News is brought to you by Superstore Joe at Auto Express, Alfa Romeo, and Fiat.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Get an all-wheel drive Alfa Romeo Giulia or Stelvio, your choice. 0 down, only $349 a month.
Closed captioning brought to you by Home Instead Senior Care.
Erie's favorite lunchtime music series is back and better than ever. Highmark Midday Art Break, Wednesdays now through August 29th. Join us on the Dana and Pete Zafaris Family Patio on East 5th Street every Wednesday, noon till 1. Grab lunch at the Whole Foods Co-op Cafe and Bakery and enjoy museum tours with Pay What You Wish admission.
This week in Pennsylvania, your source for what's happening in the Commonwealth. Join Dennis Owens every week with This Week in Pennsylvania, Sunday mornings at 10, only on Jet 24. Weather is brought to you by Superstore Joe at Off-Road Express.
Indian is the fastest growing motorcycle brand in the U.S.
Joe, we just got 2 more Harley trade-ins. Is it time?
It's time.
Introducing Chrome Alley at Off-Road Express. Dozens of late model, low mileage Harley trade-ins priced to sell. Trade your Harley in on a new full-size Indian motorcycle and get up to $2,000 on top of your bike's value.
Choice is here in American motorcycles.
From Jet 24, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, your weather authority.
The fog has really kicked in many spots away from the lakeshore, especially near the riverbeds here, or even a Mallory Lake like Edinburgh here. The Edinburgh University Skycam, we're finding some very dense fog, so dense you can't even see the library from the Macomb Fieldhouse where the camera is located, and temperature there 56 degrees. Live pinpoint Doppler showing no precipitation around the area. Right now, temperature-wise, 60 for Kinmont and Mill Creek, 55 for Becky and French Creek, 57 out toward Corey, where there's some fog. Edinburgh, as mentioned, dense fog. Laurie has 57. Farther inland, Ed Westmead, dense fog in 56. John Woodcock Borough, 55. 55 at Canada Lake. Chandler's Valley, Linda, letting us know it's 58 out her way, and Gary and Saybrook has 56. Now, despite the fog and the low clouds that we have right now, they will be breaking up later on the day, probably later in the morning as this ridge builds in. There's a low pressure that gave us all the rain from the weekend that finally moves out, and this ridge is going to be in control, giving us a nice start to the week today into tomorrow. Now, this low pressure in the Midwest will slide east. That will increase the instability and the humidity, giving us a good chance of some showers and storms as we head toward Wednesday. But once that moves off, big ridge builds in, and that'll mean some warm temperatures, probably breaking 90 by the upcoming weekend. On the lake today, a little choppy. Waves will be 1 to 3 feet on northeast winds, about 10 to 18 knots. Water temperature now at 62. Clouds and some fog for now in spots. Otherwise, skies will become mostly sunny. Good-looking day, afternoon highs in the lower to mid-70s. And from your weather authority, more sunshine for tomorrow, highs reaching the lower 80s. And then as we head toward Wednesday, more unsettled, looking at some showers and storms developing. Some could be on the strong side. We'll certainly watch those, and they may linger into Thursday morning. Then here comes the heat, and probably some record heat by Friday and into the weekend. So I have a picture here, Elena, from Mickey Bernhardt of Conneaut Valley, and appropriate one for today. Despite the fog for now, we've got some beautiful sunshine, big old clouds, and a nice field to play in. Thank you, Mickey, for that nice-looking picture.
Beautiful picture. I love those little flowers down at the bottom there.
Yeah. Trivia question time. Are white tigers considered an albino species? Yes or no? Okay.
All right.
The answer coming up within the half hour.
And Elena's guess.
There you go.
I think I know the answer to this one.
Good.
Now, today's cutest pet of the week from Country Fair is for the birds.
Meet Beans. Meg sent us this picture of her bird. Meg says Beans goes with them everywhere they go.
Aw. Hi, Beans. You can upload a picture of your pet on our website, yourerie.com. You'll find the link on the contest page. It's time now for some Motivation Monday with Matt Probonic.
Today, Matt is helping you get the most out of your workout.
Good morning, Matt.
Hey, thanks, guys. Good morning. Welcome back to Motivation Monday. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about your workouts and how you can build more intensity into your workouts. If you're just getting started, what we're going to be talking about today is how to build exercises together in a workout so there's not a lot of sitting around and thinking about just leaving the gym. We talk to people every single day who are struggling to find motivation to come into the gym, and that's what I want to do with you this morning is show you better ways to do your cardio, better ways to do your strength, and better ways to use machines, but not really take a lot of breaks in between. So we're at Fitness U, and we have a ton of equipment here. We have our cardio line right next to strength line equipment. And what I really like to do with my clients is get them going on some piece of cardio equipment for a minute or 2 minutes, and you can do the same. And then as soon as they're done with about 2 minutes on that cardio piece, we go right over to a free weight movement. So I would take my client, whether it's a guy or a gal, and we would do something like a weighted front squat. So we're going to take our weights in the front of our body, go up and down on a repeat, about 15 repetitions. Then I like to add in a machine, because just going machine to machine can be boring. So just behind the treadmill, we have a hamstring curl, and I'm sure you're familiar with this. It works the back of your legs, and we'll use those in circuit about 5 rounds. So if you're going to do 2 minutes on the treadmill, that means you're going to get about 10 minutes of cardio. You're going to really activate the legs, and you're going to polish off the hamstrings in just a very short amount of time. When we get back, we're going to be talking about how much time you want to work out per week and how you can roll these exercises into each workout.
All right, thank you, Matt.
Time now for this morning's birthdays.
In our birthday spotlight today, happy birthday to Charlie Edwards. Hey, Charlie, coming down to the station and pick up your Dairy Queen cake coupon. We have them waiting just for you. Here's some other local people celebrating today.
I'm Anthony Anderson from Blackish, and you're watching Jet 24.
This summer, find what you love in New York State. Visit iloveny.com to plan your family's summer vacation today.
Announcing early model year closeout savings on all remaining 2018 inventory today at Champion Ford. Lease a brand new Ford Escape for just $189 a month. Hurry, get yours before it's gone. Come to Champion Ford.
We needed some quality family time. Then it hit us, a Seawolves game. It was fun right off the bat. We found our seats, made a short stop at the concession stand, and cheered on our Erie Seawolves. We had a ball. So get your Erie Seawolves tickets at seawolves.com today.
Announcing early model year closeout savings on all remaining 2018 inventory today at Champion Ford. Lease a brand new Ford F-150 Super Crew for just $289 a month. Hurry, get yours before it's gone. Come to Champion Ford.
Over 600 new vehicles 24/7 at HumesForCars.com.
The Tri-States Pre-Owned Vehicles Superstore is right here at Humes, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. We've got over 250 pre-owned cars, trucks, minivans, and sport utilities. All makes, all models, gas and diesel. We'll have just the one you want, and with our immediate on-the-spot financing plan, we'll be able to tailor a payment plan to meet any budget. Many are certified and have the balance of the factory warranty. Come see us today. We're only 9 miles south of Mill Creek Mall on Peach Street in Waterford.
From Jet 24, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, your weather authority.
Checking things out on our ag weather forecast here. This is the Jamestown Mattress Skycam, this one at the airport. We have some low clouds and a lot of fog away from the lakeshore here, but it does make for a pretty shot. And when the sun goes through those clouds, it should make for a good look to the eastern sky. But after a rather damp, no, it was a wet weekend for many of you. Things will be drying out for today. Live pinpoint Doppler, no precipitation around the area, none near us, and none expected for the day. Several weather watchers, again, away from the lakeshore, reporting some fog, dense in some areas like Edinburgh, 57. Albion at 60, 55 out at French Creek, Corey 57, downtown Erie and along the lakeshore. Temperatures close to 60 degrees. Many of weather watchers inland also reporting some fog. Linesville, Nina has 60, 57 at Conneaut Lake. Dense fog and 56 for Ed and Westmead. 2 inches of rain out his way. Well over an inch and a half at Canadota Lake. Edinburgh, Laurie reporting 1 3/4 of an inch. So lots of rain over the weekend. And Chandler's Valley, 58. Out in Saybrook, Erie has 56 degrees. Now, the wind's not too bad right now, mainly north and northeast at around 5 to 10 miles an hour, actually around 5 miles an hour. That's how we're getting all the fog with the light winds and the high humidity that we have. But that wind will be picking up a bit later on the day, and we'll have some nice ridging over us. That'll give us good sunshine, help burn off that fog, and give us nice drying conditions today into tomorrow. And really the week, not all that stormy except Wednesday when this upper level wave comes in. May give us some good downpours on Wednesday before high pressure builds in, drying things out for later Thursday and building in some real good heat for the weekend. Fennell Farms, our ag business of the week there. Tiffany calling in at 58 degrees out her way there for this morning. Thank you, Tiff. And Fennell Farms, of course, strawberries, the big news. Fennell Farms, a proud member of your Erie County Farm Bureau, encouraging you to buy local ag. You just can't beat it. Sunshine for today against once that fog burns off. Lower to mid-70s, low 50s for tonight. No rain expected. Winds northeast about 5 to 15 miles an hour. Temperatures out toward the mountains reaching the mid-70s as well. Lots of fog. Eventually giving way to some sun by the afternoon. More sunshine for tomorrow's highs reach the lower 80s. Showers and storms are likely on Wednesday. And then we'll have some heat building in for the end of the week.
You can always head to yourerie.com for all the latest weather. And in Erie, as dressing and performing in drag becomes more popular, one queen in Erie is bringing some big events to town. Kristen Nielsen was at the Bourbon Barrel and has our report.
I saw my first drag show in college, and I fell in love because I met the queen afterwards out of drag. The transformation was incredible from like boy to drag queen, and I was like, I want to do that.
The first Rebecca May drag brunch at the Bourbon Barrel is a huge success, with more than 250 people coming out to enjoy the show Sunday.
It's awesome. It promotes equality, and it's a smash hit. We have a sold-out show today, so everybody's excited, and we're excited to host it.
It's so important to have events like this because the LGBT community in Erie needs a little amped up, and I feel like this brings something just, fun and exciting for everyone, for all walks of life.
For many drag queens, this isn't just a hobby, it's a lifestyle, with many of them using this as a career, traveling the world to perform their acts. They dress up, dance, sing, and at times get a little risque. But the crowd loves every bit of it.
Honestly, I just feel love, which is like the best thing, because I'm able to share my art, which is it's not like an everyday art form. So the fact that I could just share that and people love it and embrace it, that's what I feel.
While this event is all about having fun, there's an element of inclusion and visibility, as well as a chance for people to ask questions to the queens.
I feel like education is the most important thing, especially in today's society. So being educated and aware of your surroundings and what there is out there is extremely important.
The Bourbon Barrel plans to host more Rebecca May drag brunch events in the near future. In downtown Erie, Kristen Nielsen, Jet 24 Action News.
A Harbor Creek farm celebrated 70 years in business this weekend, and it did so with a flavor of the season. Fennell Farms held a strawberry celebration to commemorate the many years it has spent in the community. A food truck provided breakfast and lunch to guests, too. The farm also offered the chance to pick your own strawberries. Fennell Farm is fifth-generation family-owned business that hopes to continue thriving in years to come.
I think to make it work, you have to get along with your
family. But we're hoping there's a couple more generations behind us that they'll step up and take over.
Also, no shortage of strawberries at the Strawberry Festival in Sagertown. This is hosted by St. Bernadette's Church. The festival had to take a year off while PennDOT built those roundabouts at the end of each town, but luckily back again this year. The festival is run by volunteers who handpicked more than 125 quarts of strawberries for dessert.
This is our 51st annual Strawberry Festival, although we did miss one last year because we didn't have it because of all the road construction with the roundabouts. But now we're back, and we're hoping to be a good day and see a bunch of you here and have a good time.
The festival is a major fundraiser for St. Bernadette's Church each year. And here in Erie, hundreds of people enjoyed a meal outside of their kitchen at Erie's first food truck festival. Food trucks lined State Street between 12th and 14th Street for the Bourbon Barrel's first ever downtown food truck festival. We'll be right back after today's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look.
I miss my baby.
The parents of 17-year-old Antoine Rose this morning are mourning, but adamant there was nothing justified about the death of their son shot by police. Cell phone video last week captured the moment the unarmed teen was hit 3 times by East Pittsburgh police officer Michael Rosfeld as he ran away from a traffic stop. The car Antoine was riding in was suspected of being involved in a drive-by shooting. Police say they found 2 guns inside the vehicle after Antoine was shot and an empty gun clip in his pocket. The shooting has sparked massive protest.
Keep fighting. Do it peacefully.
The teen's parents are now calling for justice.
Everyone has stood up, and I'm hoping that it changes the world.
And we'll have more of our exclusive interview coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Pittsburgh.
Looking for a hotel that fits your budget? TripAdvisor now searches over 200 sites to find you the hotel you want at the lowest price. Grazie, Gino. Find a price that fits. TripAdvisor.
All right, I brought in new Max Protein.
To give you the protein you need with less of the sugar you don't.
I'll take that.
30 grams of protein and 1 gram of sugar. New Ensure Max Protein and 2 great flavors.
Oh, look. Another anti-wrinkle cream in no hurry to make anything happen. Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair works in just 1 week with the fastest retinol formula available. It's clinically proven to work on fine lines and wrinkles. 1 week? That definitely works. Rapid Wrinkle Repair. And for dark spots, Rapid Tone Repair. Neutrogena. See what's possible.
The Minimizer Bandit Big Rig Series is coming to Lake Erie Speedway Saturday, July 7th. See giant semi-trucks going 100 miles an hour when the Bandits invade Lake Erie Speedway Saturday, July 7th. Get your tickets online at banditseries.com. Again, that's banditseries.com.
There's a reason you read labels. There's a reason you eat organic. And there's a reason you choose clean, top-tier Citgo Tri-Clean gasoline. It surpasses government requirements and meets the strict standards of the world's top automakers to enhance your car's performance and potentially reduce the risk of engine damage. Top-tier Citgo Tri-Clean gasoline. Available at Country Fair.
Looking for a new job, better pay, better hours, more job satisfaction? Well, you're in luck because GMA is about to help you get the job. This week, what you need to know with expert advice from the Sharks themselves. Get the job. This week, watch GMA.
From Jet 24, your weather authority, this is your forecast first.
We're approaching 6:30 on this Monday morning, and we have mostly cloudy skies right now and some fog you can see there in the Girard area. Some of the fog is quite dense once you head away from the lakeshore, so watch for that as you plan your travels for this morning. Live pinpoint Doppler, no rainfall around and none around the region for the day. Temperature at the airport slowly moving up at 63 right now. And your forecast first is calling for the clouds and fog to gradually give way to some sunshine with afternoon highs in the lower to mid 70s. Rest of the forecast after morning headlines. Good Morning Erie starts now.
From your news leader.
It's Monday morning, and the search for a fugitive comes to a conclusion after police spent hours looking for him. Plus, a huge water main break ties up traffic on State Street and causes some big headaches for drivers and nearby residents. And local teens are learning how to save lives with a hands-on approach.
Live in high definition from your news leader, this is Jet 24 Good Morning Erie.
Good morning, Erie. It is Monday. I'm Elena LaQuatra. Camp EMS is underway in Crawford County. It's like Camp Cadet, but it's for medical personnel.
That's right. And, of course, speaking of Camp Cadet, they will be having their graduation ceremony. We'll take you to that. And both are so important because the ranks of both, you know, the cadets as well as EMS, we need to fill them out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was on that Camp EMS story yesterday, and one of the big points that emergent care officials were pushing is that there's such a shortage of EMS professionals, and especially in Pennsylvania for some reason. So they're definitely focusing on getting it out there to kids as they're younger.
Absolutely.
So we will have those stories coming up for you in just a moment. But first, we're turning to some news out of Crawford County. A man is in critical condition following a weekend shooting in Hydetown. That's near Titusville. State police and Corey were called to a residence at about 3 a.m. Saturday to investigate. The injured man has been identified as a 56-year-old Hydetown resident. A 26-year-old man was apprehended at the scene. Police are not releasing any other information at this point. A man who reportedly walked away from a work release program is back in custody today. 26-year-old Caleb Smith of Emporium was taken into custody at the city mission on French Street shortly after noon Sunday by Erie police. Smith allegedly walked away from the Erie Community Correction Center on West 2nd Street Saturday morning. He had been in the center since 2017 after pleading guilty to a charge of theft by unlawful taking. To some court news now. William Mitchell is scheduled to be sentenced today. Mitchell is charged with raping a 15-year-old girl over a 3-year period. He's charged with sexual assault and rape. Authorities say the assaults began in 1996 and ended in 1999. Also today, John Cooley is set to be sentenced on drug charges. Police arrested Cooley and 2 other suspects following a raid in the 1100 block of East 26th Street earlier this year. Both sentencings are set for 9 a.m. in front of Judge Daniel Brabender. And Anthony Giddens is expected in court today to enter a guilty plea. He's charged with the January 28th robbery at the Domino's on West 12th Street and Peninsula Drive. Giddens was arrested after allegedly trying to rob the Adult Mart on State Street 2 days later. His plea is expected at 8:45 this morning in front of Judge John Garhart. A water main break near 24th and State Street is causing some trouble for many drivers. Saida Abbas is there to learn more.
Larry Stevens, distribution supervisor at Erie Waterworks, has had 5 men working on the water main break since 10:30 in the morning.
We had the water off by 11:30, and the crew should have the water back on by tonight about 7:30.
Stevens says there's been quite a few leaks similar to this within the last month.
Well, just mostly just some debris in the road from the leak, but we get it all cleaned up, everything will be good.
Some residents face traffic issues while others found discolored water coming out of their faucets.
Residents had to find different ways to get back in. Prasad Upreddy says yellowish water came out of his faucet. Upreddy's family has been living in this neighborhood for about 8 years.
We were coming from Walmart, and once we got here, there were patrol cars around. I think Erie should upgrade and get better roads. They should work on their pipings. They need different political people as well.
Saida Abbas, Jet 24 Action News.
And road work will continue through Wednesday for that storm. And thunderstorms moved through the area Saturday, dumping nearly half an inch of rain in a short amount of time. The streets that usually flood during these downpours did so once again. This is the area of East 30th and Florida Avenue after storms rolled through. It was this past November that 2 men died in a house near that intersection when the basement walls collapsed after flooding hit the area. More road work is on the way in the region, and those projects could be affecting your commute. The Lexington Road Bridge in Girard Township will be closed this week for maintenance work. The bridge is expected to open on Friday, In the meantime, a detour will be in place. And PennDOT wants to hear from you before work begins on other projects in the region. The first one is Benson Road Bridge in Waterford Township. The next bridge in question is the Cooper Road Bridge, located in Harbor Creek Township. The bridge carries Cooper Road across 4 Mile Creek. Next, plans will be released for the work on the bridges on Middle Road and South Washington Street in Northeast Township. And you can check out work to happen on the Tanner Road Bridge in Venango Township. That's located just east of Wattsburg. All of these plans can be found at the township buildings where these bridges are located. Plans will be available for you to check out starting today. The projects are expected to start next summer. Each is expected to take about 3 months to complete. You can always head over to yourerie.com to find out exactly where and when. You can review the projects and, of course, share your thoughts with officials. The Community Blood Bank gets a big boost in an event honoring 2 men and brings in quite a few blood donors. Folks from the biker community, family, and friends came out to the 4th annual Heart to Heart blood drive in honor of Jake Schwab and Larry Ritson. Schwab lost his life in a workplace accident, and Ritson passed away last July from injuries he suffered in a motorcycle accident.
2 great guys who always gave, compassionate people, caring, and this is what it's all about here. So it's great to see everybody coming out, but also doing something, you know, on how Erie pulls together.
The blood drive is sponsored by South Erie Turners. The blood bank is in critical and immediate need of both types A and O blood, positive and negative. When a hurricane or earthquake hits, one of the first things to go down is usually communication services. That's when the world's amateur radio operators get called in. This is a story with your safety in mind. Amateur radio operators experienced field day this weekend. Each year, amateur radio operators, commonly known as hams, head out for 24 hours of constant radio work to test their skills. The Radio Association of Erie set up at their clubhouse in McCain on Saturday and started working the bands. The goal is to make contact with as many other operators as possible in that 24-hour period, talking to other, quote, hams located all over the world.
When the cell towers go down, communications almost ceases. So amateur radio is out there. We work with other public type services and make communication or contact with all those folks. So this is a practice.
While Field Day is designed as a contest between operators, the real purpose is to test the group's abilities to communicate from places all over when all other forms of communication have failed. And dozens of local teenagers are getting a hands-on approach on how to save a person's lives in the EMS profession. The week-long Camp EMS kicked off in Meadville on Sunday. Nearly 50 teens from several counties will spend 6 days at the Allegheny College campus, learning the ins and outs of the EMS profession through hands-on activities. Things like patient assessments, treatment of trauma and medical injuries, and even a heart and lung dissection will all be a part of their training.
This is just one of the ways that emergency care is trying to get the profession out there and show youth that it is an option. And the nice thing is it doesn't require a 4-year college degree.
The teens participating in this week's camp range from age 14 to 17. In the meantime, Camp Cadets 44th class graduated on Friday night during ceremonies at Allegheny College. Last week, 88 kids ages 12 to 15 took part in Camp Cadet. The camp includes a mix of classroom and physical training beginning at 5:30 each morning. It's modeled after nearly identical training at the State Police Academy. 2 outstanding cadets were named, Julia Weindorf and Xavier Spalding, seen here with Trooper Michelle McGee. And we are off to Frelo Industries in Erie this week. Frelo manufactures sheet metal fabrications and control systems for an array of customers. As David Belmondo explains, each product is made in America, made right here.
You may have seen them around, those green cabinets that hold the controls that regulate control systems. They're manufactured here at Frelo Industries. These control systems can serve many purposes.
Controls a process, a flow of fluids. It can control information
An experienced workforce builds and wires these control systems. Some customers in the fresh water arena use the control systems to regulate chemicals and control the pumps that send water through the pipes. And that's for fresh water.
On the waste side of things, we also make lift stations and other components for the waste treatment systems.
The fabrication and controls division are both part of Frelo Industries. For the cabinet, the metal is bent to shape and welders help put it all together.
Our motto is concept to completion, so we start with working with the customer and find out what the process that they would like to have controlled, and then obviously work through the engineering, the design, and then the most important thing is we follow up with them.
And that's a plus when it's made in America.
They know they can get a hold of us, they know that we will respond, and they know that they're not going to be left hanging out to dry.
Those in charge at Frelo know the importance of being made in America.
Every dollar that's produced in manufacturing brings 80 cents back into the economy. So it's a tremendous, tremendous part of our economy.
Made in America, Made Right Here is presented by Channel Lock. To nominate a local business you'd like to see featured, click on the news tab at yourerie.com.
The time now is 6:40. Up next, we'll meet the cutest pet of the week, and we'll head down to Fitness U to get moving.
Hey guys, when we get back next, we're talking about exercise intensity, days per week, and how to stay motivated throughout your week of using the gym. We'll be showing you some equipment that you may not have seen before when we get back.
From Core News Leader, you're watching Tracy Tuggle, meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, and Craig Smiley with sports. This is Jet 24 Good Morning Erie.
Watch Access Hollywood weeknights at 7 on Jet 24.
You're a survivor. I am a survivor, just like you're going to be a survivor, too. Absolutely.
I had the MRI when I went back and met with my gynecologist. She said, I want to err on the side of caution. One thing rolled after another. You know, had the surgeries. The people down there just make it so much more doable.
Find comprehensive ovarian cancer treatment at St. Vincent Hospital.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? By opening new doors to big possibilities with the first ever Ford EcoSport.
Hi, Miss Maria. Hi. Perfection.
By connecting drivers to what's important.
I love that.
And by protecting those who matter the most. That's Ford, America's best-selling brand.
Now get into the brand new Ford EcoSport for as little as $179 a month. That's just $179 a month.
Buying a home? Marquette Mortgages offer more.
Everyone wants more for their money. When you are buying a home with Marquette, that's just what you get. More savings with fewer fees and pricing that is easy to understand. More choices, like optional escrow to ensure your money is used the way you think is best. And to ensure you're not waiting for mortgage approval, Marquette has more loan officers, like us.
More for your money with Marquette Mortgages. Be empowered.
Weather is brought to you by Superstore Joe at Auto Express Kia.
I used to drive a Nissan, now I drive a Kia.
You can change too. Lease an all-wheel drive Kia Sportage for only $199 a month with 0 down.
I want to see ya in a Kia.
You can change too. Lease a new Kia Forte for only $189 a month with 0 down at Auto Express Superstore.
I want to see ya in a Kia.
From Jet 24, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, your weather authority.
We're looking at the Bob Ferrando Ford World Skycam shot. This one, the top of the Girard Pharmacy, looking west, and we have a bit of mist in the air here and overcast skies right now. But no rainfall. We see dry roads, and again, you can see if you look in the distance, a little bit of that kind of haziness in the sky. Dew points and temperatures close together, causing a lot of fog around, particularly in areas away from the lake shore, so watch for that. Edinburgh out toward the Meadville area and near waterways at Conneaut Lake. The fog could be rather dense. Otherwise, no rainfall showing up on our live pinpoint Doppler. Temperatures along the lakeshore close to 60. Dawn out in Harbor Creek at 60 degrees. Same for Kim and Mill Creek. 61 for Larry out there in Lake City. Judy and Summit, temperature has risen to 60. As we head farther inland, Woodcock Borough, John, 1 degree drop in temperature, now 54. One of the cool spots, 57 over at Connie at Lakeville with that temperature. Chandler's Valley, Linda, 58. And Gary and Saybrook has 56 degrees for this morning. Latest on our satellite and radar composite, we find the rain from yesterday finally and through the weekend finally moving out, and we do have a lot of low clouds here, but nothing big time heading our way. High pressure way up there in Canada is going to be the dominant feature over the next 24 hours. That should help clear things out, give us some nice dry weather for the day as more sunshine breaks out. This high will continue to slide toward the southeast through tonight and into the day tomorrow. The southeast flow will boost our temperatures above that 80-degree mark. Then the warm front will bring in more humidity for tomorrow night. That'll bring in some showers and storms. That threat will continue into Wednesday. Out in the lake, winds will be northeast 10 to 18, waves 1 to 3. Water temperature at 62. Clouds and fog giving way to some sunshine, and high temperatures for today reaching the lower to mid 70s, so a relatively comfortable one for today. The heat comes in for tomorrow, low 80s under mostly sunny skies. That'll lead to some showers and storms on Wednesday, probably the wettest day of the week. Some of the storms could be on the strong side. We'll certainly watch them. Leftover morning showers Thursday, then the heat builds in. Friday, breaking 90 as we head toward the upcoming weekend. In a weather picture here from Riley Beebe of Conneaut Valley. Blue skies, flowers growing, and a few puffy clouds with some sunshine. Does it not get better on a summer day?
That picture makes me want to be outside right now.
Absolutely. Thank you, Riley, for that nice picture.
Beautiful. Time now for the answer to today's trivia question.
White tigers are considered an albino species. Yes or no?
No.
No, you are absolutely right. They are a white Bengal tiger. Okay. So they are not albinos at all.
Because they're just white in color naturally,
right? They're natural color.
It's
now,
not
there
like
are some albinos. They're very rare, but generally speaking, no, they are not.
All right. Well, at least I got one right.
You got it.
Usually I get them wrong. Today's cutest pet of the week from Country Fair is for the birds.
Meet Beans. Meg sent us this picture of her bird. Meg says Beans goes with them everywhere they go.
Aw, nice. You can upload a picture of your pet on our website, yourerie.com. You'll find a link on our contest page. And now it's time for Motivation Monday with Matt Probonic.
Today, Matt is helping you boost your workout.
Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Motivation Monday. I hope you're having a great morning so far. What I was doing on the first segment today, in case you missed it, we're here at Fitness U, and we're talking about how to bring exercises together into one workout so you're not getting bored, so you're staying motivated with your workouts. And on the first segment, we talked about how to use a treadmill with some free weights and a machine. But what I wanted to feature first on this segment was a large piece of equipment that you shouldn't be intimidated by. A lot of times when you're getting into the gym for the first time, you look at larger pieces of equipment like this Life Fitness leg press, and because it's big, you're intimidated to use it. But a lot of these equipment choices have a lot of strong benefits, and you want to make sure you check with a trainer at your gym so you can get a full explanation of how to use each and every piece of equipment in the gym. We offer free personal training sessions for all of our new members just to show them how to set the seat, how to use the equipment. You should be able to use every single piece of equipment in your gym, and at Fitness U, we make that really easy. So we're near the cardio zone, and we were talking about how to utilize a cardio movement with a strength movement in order to kill two birds with one stone. So we're talking about doing 2 minutes of cardio on something like a Stairmaster or a bike or a treadmill at a moderate pace, and then perform a strength movement coupled with the machine movement for increments of 20 reps or 2 minutes. Now, you should try to do these workouts 5 days per week for at least 20 minutes. So if you're going to perform 5 rounds on this, it's going to take you about 10 or 15 minutes, and you're going to want to keep going with that. Maybe do 2 rounds of 3 exercises per workout, and the workout will go by so fast. I hope that really helped you guys this week. Make sure you try to work out 5 times this week, burn up to 500 calories per workout if you're going for weight loss results. We'll see you guys next Monday. Have a great week.
Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, Matt. Time right now is 6:48. Temperature is 63.
And some advice if you ever happen to be in a car accident. We'll be right back.
For 50 years, Value has helped you build, store, design, grow, upgrade, paint, learn, one project at a time. Save over $65 on the Larson White Reversa screen door, now only $239, delivered and installed. The Larson White retractable screen wood core door is just $299, delivered and installed. 50 years of DIY, one project at a time.
Safety makes a 7-passenger Mitsubishi Outlander a family-friendly choice. The 2018 Outlander is a top Safety Pick Plus, and it comes with a rear-view camera, 7 airbags, and a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. It's designed to keep you safe and financially sound at only $19,988. Meet the family-friendly Outlander at Interstate Mitsubishi, 1/2 mile south of the Mill Creek Mall on Route 99.
Experience the elegance and grandeur at the recently restored Watson Curtsey Mansion at the Thomas B. Hagen History Center, the region's newest historical museum. Go to eriehistory.org for more information.
Log on to yourerie.com every weekday to tell us what you think, and then see the results on the web and Good Morning Erie the next morning. Brought to you by Superstore Joe at Auto Express Kia.
Nearly 4 million cars crash in the U.S. every year. Most are just fender benders, and if you've been in one, you know how easy it is to forget important information at the scene.
In today's Angie's List report, David Belmondo tells you what to do and what not to do after the crash.
Cars crash every day. If injuries are involved, emergency responders are the first to be called. But what if it's just a minor mishap that's more inconvenient than life-threatening? First, stay calm, then take pictures. Lots of pictures.
Most of us carry a camera around on our phone, so it's a great way for you to document what happened. Take pictures of your car, take pictures of the scene, because you can have those to share with your insurance company or the police for that matter.
In some accidents, like a rear-end collision, it seems easy to assign blame, but don't be pressured into accepting responsibility until all the facts are gathered.
You don't ever want to admit fault because in many cases there's other factors that have happened in an accident that you're not aware of. Somebody maybe is that you don't realize that it's a no turn on red and they've turned, which can cause at worst contributory liability.
Don't sign anything in an accident scene unless it's something the police are asking you to sign. What you want to do in that scenario is you just want to be exchanging your information with the other driver. Exchange your contact information, your insurance information, but leave the rest of the documentation to the police.
Angie says to expect an increase in your insurance premiums if you have more than 2 significant claims in a short period of time. The decision to file a claim is simple. If your damage costs less than the deductible, pay for the repair yourself. David Belmondo, Jet 24, Action News.
You're less than 2 minutes away from today's top local stories.
We'll take one more look at your forecast. Stay with us.
Sir, I've come to ask for your daughter's hand in marriage.
Her hand?
Yes, sir.
I suppose you want that hand there.
Yes, sir, I do.
'Cause that other one?
Could be holding a winner.
See, that's the new nest egg game.
From the Pennsylvania Lottery, with top prizes of $300 grand.
That's some prize.
That she is. You have my blessing.
Thank you, sir.
I'd shake your hand.
But I could be holding a winner, too.
Keep on scratching.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? You make it for projects big and small.
Ready to go?
Not quite. Right over here, guys.
And get it all in one trip.
So we're putting in the patio.
We are putting in the patio.
We got this.
Yeah, we do. That's Ford, America's best-selling brand.
Now get into a new F-150 for as little as $231 a month. That's right, just $231 a month.
At Thermo Twin Windows, customer satisfaction is a beautiful thing. From concept to creation to delivery, every Thermo Twin window is handcrafted by a team of dedicated employee owners. Our customers know Thermo Twin Windows is more than just a company. It's a family that has been serving the Erie area for over 26 years. Right now, get up to 40% off each window during Thermo Twin's summer sale. Thermo Twin Windows. Employee owned. Erie proud.
Preparing you for the day ahead. Good Morning Erie to go.
Now to today's top local stories. We begin in Crawford County, where a man was injured following a weekend shooting in Hightown near Titusville. State police and Corey were called to a residence at about 3 a.m. Saturday to investigate. The injured man has been identified as a 56-year-old Hightown resident. A 26-year-old man was apprehended at the scene. Police are not releasing any other information at this point. A man who reportedly walked away from a work release program, he's back in custody now. 26-year-old Caleb Smith of Emporium was taken into custody at the City Mission on French Street shortly after noon Sunday by Erie police. Smith allegedly walked away from the Erie Community Correction Center on West 2nd Street on Saturday morning. He had been in the center since 2017 after pleading guilty to a charge of theft by unlawful taking. Now to some court news where multiple cases in Erie County are moving forward. First, William Mitchell is set to be sentenced for the sexual assault and rape of a teenage girl for more than 3 years. Police say the crime started in 1996 when the victim was 15 and Mitchell was 51. Also today, John Cooley is set to be sentenced on drug charges. Police arrested Cooley and 2 other suspects following a raid in the 1100 block of East 26th Street earlier this year. Both sentencings are set for 9 a.m. in front of Judge Daniel Brabender. And Anthony Giddens is expected at court today to enter a plea. He's charged with the January 28th robbery at the Domino's on West 12th Street and Peninsula Drive. Giddens was arrested after allegedly trying to rob the Adult Mart on State Street 2 days later. His plea is expected at 8:45 this morning in front of Judge John Garhart. A water main break on 24th and State Street is causing some trouble for drivers. Crews were working on the water main break since 10:30 Sunday morning. Road work will continue through Wednesday. During that time, traffic will be reduced to 1 lane each direction. Thunderstorms moved through the area Saturday, dumping nearly a ½ inch of rain in a short amount of time, and the streets that usually flood during these downpours did so once again. This is the area of East 30th and Florida Avenue after storms rolled through. It was this past November, if you remember, that 2 men died in a house near this intersection when the basement walls collapsed after flooding hit the area. More work on Pennsylvania's bridges continues today, and this one could affect your commute. The Lexington Road Bridge in Girard Township will be closed this week for maintenance work. The bridge is expected to open on Friday, but in the meantime, a detour will be in place. And now let's turn to meteorologist Tom DeVecchio for one last look at your forecast for the day. Hi, Tom.
Good morning. Now on our channel lock Skycam, we see the fog. Now, about an hour ago, this was basically fog-free, but as the skies have actually cleared a bit overhead, that's allowed the fog to come in a little bit more thick. So watch for that as you plan your travels for this morning. No fog in downtown area along the lake shore. In fact, no rain either. Live pinpoint Doppler is rain-free and no rain near us for the day. Finally drying out after the rain of the weekend, particularly on Saturday. Temperatures right now near 60 for the most part, except mid-50s out toward French Creek, Edinburgh, and into Corey. Farther inland, temperatures in the mid to upper 50s as well. So a little cool, a little foggy, but the ridge will keep us nice and dry. Sun comes back out later today. That trend will continue for tomorrow. Storm system gives us some good storms on Wednesday, but by the end of the week, the heat and humidity return. So you forecast some low clouds and fog, giving way some sunshine today. High temperatures in the lower to mid 70s. And from your weather authority, mostly sunny tomorrow. Warmer temperatures tack on about 10 more degrees here. Nice summer-like lower 80s. Showers and storms likely on Wednesday. And after a drying out period Thursday, the heat really builds in for the end of the week. Get the latest updates anytime. Check out our website, Erie.com, or the Erie To Go app.
Finally this morning, matted fur, wonky eyes, misshapen bodies, all a part of the annual World's Ugliest Dog Contest.
There were some hairy dogs, some scary dogs, and all roughing it out on stage for the 30th annual World's Ugliest Dog Contest. Canines from all over flaunting their imperfections, from their hair to their unusual, well, sounds and snorts.
Many of the 15 contestants are rescues given a second chance, now catching the judges' attention for that golden prize. But the ugliest dog of them all is Jaja right here, a 9-year-old English bulldog from Minnesota. Oh, no. Shasha, you're
Long
cute.
tongue, but yes, you are loved and you will be loved by, obviously loved by somebody. Good for you, Shasha.
So cute. That's all we have for you this morning. You can always find our top stories at yourerie.com, and we hope to see you at noon.
Enjoy your day.
Have a good one.